Hello, you beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome to the winter dry season of the Series 51 here in Forza Horizon 5 and the Winter Festival playlist. Today we're jumping in and we are completing the weekly Forzathon challenges M for Motorsport, grabbing ourselves 160 Forza points and 5 points towards our festival playlist. We're also going to be jumping on over and checking out this week's Horizon backstage. We'll check out the Forzathon shop and we'll take a look at all of the rewards and restrictions here on the playlist this week. So if you happen to be new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. Smash the like button, share the video with a friend. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's Forzathon challenges. Wasting absolutely no time whatsoever, let's jump into the weekly Forzathon challenges M for Motorsport. Kicking things off with Chapter 1, Sheer Driving Pleasure. Own and drive the 2008 BMW Z4 M coupe. Get a taste of the legendary S54 inline-6 engine. And here she is, the 2008 Z4 M coupe. Not one of my favourite BMWs to ever be produced, but it is a pretty cool car nonetheless. 82,000 credits from the auto show, so super cheap indeed. The tune that I'm using today is up for download. Just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or use the file name Skippy YouTube. Share codes for tunes, as always, will be in the description and down in the comments below. Own and drive, then hop into free roam from any festival site or player house, drive a couple of seconds down the road, and sheer driving pleasure complete. And while we're here, we'll take a trip on round to Horizon backstage. Okay, first things first, backstage shop. What made it in from last week's vote? And it's the two that I wanted: the double cab pickup from Volkswagen, or the Doka, and the Toyota Camry TRD 2023. Two awesome cars make it into Horizon backstage. Now for the backstage vote. Kind of a Hot Wheels week this week. The C10 Slayer 65 and the Twin Meal up against the Ford Dually HW and the HW Ford Mustang. My humble opinion, I'm going left. I'm going C10 Slayer and Twin Meal. Alrighty, with Chapter 1 complete, it is on to Chapter 2, Distinct Design. Take a photo of the 2008 BMW Z4 M coupe to see its beautiful fastback design. So from anywhere in free roam, push up on the D-pad to get into photo mode, or whatever button you have photo mode assigned to. Just make sure you have the M4 in shot and then either hit promo quick shot or take a photo. I prefer promo quick shot, and that will be this challenge complete. If you then head back to free roam, you are then going to get the notification Distinct Design complete. So with the super easy Chapter 2 complete, is now on to Chapter 3, Racing Sports. Win a road race in the 2008 BMW Z4 M coupe to celebrate its success in GT3 racing. So for this week's Chapter 3 Forzathon weekly challenge, any road race will do. The light blue coloured icons on the map. I've gone for a personal favourite, and I've gone for the Rocosa Sprint. Where, as always, I've got you guys covered with a cheeky blueprint called Forzathon Chapter 3 locked to the Z4 M. And, well, it's a sprint race, so no laps involved. 3.6 miles in length. Share code for this one, 175831778. Or just search the gamer tag Skippy4631. Now, as I'm sure most of you are aware, the drive type difficulty won't affect the races for the weekly Forzathon challenges. And as we do need to win, there's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. I've just popped it onto Tourist. Here we go then, the Z4 M. Let's let her rip for a quick sprint of the Rocosa Sprint here in Forza Horizon 5. Just got to make it to that finish line in first place, of course, keeping it between the checkpoints and kind of keeping it on the road. Just got to get to that finish line in first place. This Z4 M is an absolute joy to drive, but that is across the line, first place. And there it is, Racing Sports complete. So with Chapter 3 ticked off the to-do list, it is on to our fourth and final chapter, Ultimate Drifting Machine. The 2008 BMW Z4 M coupe's rear-wheel drive makes it perfect for drifting. Take it out for a short spin to earn 20 drift or e-drift skills. But this is one of those chapters or challenges that can be completed absolutely anywhere within the free roam map. One of the easiest places to get this done is using this roundabout here at the end of the motorway. So essentially, all we've got to do here is get the Z4 M sideways, which shouldn't be too difficult with a front-engined rear-wheel drive BMW. So either turn in, blip the throttle, and kick out that back end, which will then grab us those drift skills, or you can dip the handbrake and again power on to get those E-drift skills. Now drift, great drift, awesome drift, and ultimate drift will all count towards this chapter. So just continue grabbing those drift and E-drift skills and you'll have this chapter complete in no time at all. And there it is, chapter 4 complete. And in turn, that completes this week's Forzathon challenges. M for motorsport, collect ourselves 160 Forza points and 5 points towards our winter dry season. Now let's jump on over and check out this week's Forzathon shop. 2 auto show cars available this week. The Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR, one of my personal favourites, 600 Forza points or 2 million credits from the auto show. The Porsche Desert Flyer 911, 300 Forza points or 500,000 credits from the auto show. And then we have 1 Horizon backstage pass in exchange for 1,000 Forza points. And then vanity items, the German race helmet and the Doom E1 M1 High car horn. Those 2 will set you back 75 Forza points. And as always, any spare Forza points, knocking around, grab yourselves a normal spin for 60 Forza points. Or you can grab a super duper spin for 150 Forza points. Let's jump back to the playlist and check out this week's rewards and restrictions. Winter dry season, 66 points up for grabs in total, and for 20 points, one of my personal favourite cars, the Porsche 911 GT3 21. Super cool reward, a hard to find car, and for 40 points, it's 1 Horizon backstage pass. So taking a quick look through the festive pairs, there's nothing too exciting on the reward front, but for the online trial, completely bone stock, number 65 911 Desert Flyer. That is the one that is available in this week's Forzathon shop. For the reward, you're going to be grabbing the 911 GT2 RS 2012. Very cool car indeed. We have a 911 Turbo 82 up for grabs. Lots of 911s this week, lots of Porsches up for grabs. That's for the event lab. Restriction, Track Toys S1 900. Seasonal Player on Games makes an appearance for the reward of the thumbs up emote. Car restriction, German pickup, and 4x4s. This week's 3 PR stunts, although there are 3 Super Bowl spins up for grabs, each one has a different car restriction, so make sure you are keeping an eye out for that. The 2004 Porsche 911 GT3 in S1, the 2018 BMW M5 in S1, and the 84 Opel Manta 400 in B700. For the 2 Season Championships this week, we have the 911 Turbo 14 up for grabs, and the AMG Hammer Coupe up for grabs. Very cool car indeed. And your restrictions are German modern sports cars and German modern supercars. Challenges this week, we have the high jump treasure hunt with 300 Forza points up for grabs upon completion. This week's photo challenge, pitch perfect. Going to be grabbing a clothing item of the red suit. And then the Eliminator Battle Royale, finish 30th or better. The Opel Manta 400 up for grabs. Absolutely no change on the monthly rivals. Still the Arch of Moulay circuit. Just another week to put in your quick lap times. And then finishing up with the DLCs, Rally Adventure and Hot Wheels. Both PR stunts are the same restriction. Anything goes S2 998, both giving out a super full spin. And then for the Seasonal Championships, for Rally Adventure, the Ford Coupe 40 up for grabs, and the Porsche Cayman up for grabs for the Hot Wheels. Restrictions on these 2, Porsche A800 and Track Toys S1 900. There we go, that's the winter festive pairs. Like I say, nothing too crazy up for grabs. So a lot of Porsches or 911s or GT3s up for grabs, but make sure you are putting in the time and effort to grab 20 and 40 point completion for that 911 GT3 21 and that Horizon backstage pass. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. Smash the like button, share the video with a friend. Stay safe and have an awesome day.